On behalf of Louise and Elliot, a very warm welcome to the lovely Merrydale Manor on this very special occasion for the two of them, the day of their marriage.
I've known you for 8 years, as we discovered earlier, and you become part of the family basically. So me and Leslie both realise how special you are to Louise, and we can see that you're perfectly suited as a couple. I really couldn't have been any happier than when you asked to marry Louise. And whilst there's no amount of preparation you can do will ever leave you feeling ready to give your daughter away. If you had to choose a person to hand her to, then I would choose you every time. Go ahead, It's been a joy for your mum and I to watch you develop from a slightly boisterous, sometimes stubborn, totally fearless and very accident-prone young daughter into the beautiful, charming, clever, caring and extremely loving daughter that you are today, and who I had the greatest privilege of walking down the aisle today.
Thank you for welcoming me into your family and making me feel so comfortable from so early on. Thank you for bringing into this world and raising the most incredible woman that nearly 33 years later would be the love of my life. The day before I asked Stephen if he would allow me to marry Louise, I texted him asking if I could pop round tomorrow. I'd never done that before, I'd never texted him. As I got to the house, I knocked on the door and quickly figured he thought something must be going on. Stephen answered the door so quickly but yet so calm, in a way that can only be described by how someone would answer the door when they're really eagerly waiting for a takeaway but don't want to make it look obvious. As I walked into the living room, bearing in mind I'd only messaged Stephen about coming round, Leslie was sat on the sofa, so far on the edge of it that if she'd moved any further forward, she'd be on the floor. After playing it cool and trying to make conversation for about 20 seconds, I asked the question. Pause. With a nudge from Leslie, Stephen said, "Oh, go on then." Little did they know, at that time, what they were letting themselves in for. You were both vital in enabling me to create the engagement I had planned. You were given a mission impossible. You took it on without hesitation. Because of that, I now stand here a married man. It's the most beautiful life. Thank you. Louise, today I promise to spend the rest of my life with you. I promise to love and respect you and to help our love grow. I promise to be by your side, comfort and support you as we go through life together.
Elliot, today I promise to spend the rest of my life with you. I promise to love and respect you and to help our love grow. I promise to be by your side, to comfort and support you as we go through life together.
Therefore gives me the very greatest pleasure to say that you are now married.
Now, speaking of getting drunk, Elliot's always had a bit of a challenge in that department. For most of his adult life, he's looked like puberty was just around the corner. So getting served in a bar was a bit tricky. Usually though, quick flash of the ID does the trick. That wasn't until we went to York races. And when the barman asked for his ID, and Elliot couldn't pull off the whole I'm an adult thing, he asked for Elliot's star sign. And to this day I still don't know why, but it threw Elliot, and unable to provide this vital piece of information, he was refused a drink. As you can imagine, Elliot was less than impressed. So like any responsible adult would, I took him for a time out, and I ended up buying his drinks for the rest of the day.